Hey there, travelers. It's your GM Lucas. I'm just here for a trigger warning. Now, typically in Ballad, we deal with a lot of heavy stuff, but sometimes there is some intense themes that we hit, and we just like to put a little bit of a warning. If you're not necessarily in your best state of mental health, maybe give it a couple days and come back to listen to the episode when you're feeling a little bit better. But those of you who don't want any kind of spoilies or anything, just go ahead, skip ahead like 2 minutes. You should be good. Okay, you didn't skip. So the topics are dealing with grief in a very morbid way with a hanging body. And the other one is, in a roundabout way, suicide. Each of these topics carry over a portion of time, and I will list the timestamps for you so you know what parts you want to skip, and I will put in the show notes a sanitized version of what happens if you want to know and have some context for that scene. For the hanging body and processing of grief, it goes from 12:08 to 23:46. And for the discussion around suicide and the whole scene around it, it goes from 24:08 to 35:25. Now with horror, we understand that there are moments that we can use, but it is important to be sensitive and respectful to those who may have issues with moments like this. And that is why we have this warning here. Okay, without further ado, let's begin the episode. We see that there is two goblins. They are huddled together. One of the carriages that's nearby is flipped and shattered against a tree. There's a number of other guards that are fighting off these strange skeletons that are marching forward, these dwarven skeletons, and they are cutting and slashing down these guards. The one goblin turns towards Surnam Player, and they start signing their hands, and we can tell that they're saying, "It's happening again. How many times does this have to keep happening? Why can't we break this curse?" Surnam Player holds them. "I do apologize. I know this is on me. If only I could have found a way with the last group, but I do not know. We'll find a way. I'll make my way to that keep. Don't worry." And then a sword is stabbed through NPC. Surnam Player screams as suddenly it seems like their body was locked up, and then they have freedom of movement. They draw their sword and start shattering the skeletons around them, screaming out, tears streaming down their face. They quickly rush back to NPC and hold them up in their arms. And they just sign, "Find me," and then they pass away. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a very wonderful time at Escaping Carcosa Online, where our players are going to complete puzzles, because everyone loves a good puzzle, and it won't go wrong. I will be your GM for the evening. My name is Lucas. My pronouns are he, him, Marquise.
Hi everybody, I am Marquise, sometimes known as Barty Time Online. I am playing Akihiko, your Catboy Magus, who is very bad at making small talk. And we're both he, him.
Aubrey.
Hello, I'm Aubrey, and you find me everywhere on the internet at Magnet Cosplay, and I play Nisla, our local gunstigator, who is just trying to solve this mystery, and maybe we can find a way to get what we need and get certain non-player what they need as well. And we both use she, her pronouns.
And Cassie.
Buddy, I'm Cassie, awesome Hylian across the internet. I play Morrigan. Both of our pronouns are she, her, and we're just trying to do what birds do. Eat some chicken, stay alive. It's not that hard.
Do birds eat chicken?
Birds do eat chicken.
Chickens also eat chickens, fun fact.
Bird cannibalism, one of the things I never thought we would deal with on this show.
Also, I am a carrion. I eat the dead stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can it technically be called cannibalism because they're eating other kinds of birds? I mean, chickens are eating chickens, whatever. But like other birds eating other birds.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess it's like the same sort of vein of species, but I guess not cannibalism in that like direct sense.
Yeah, like if we ate a primate, it'd be fine.
There we go. Marquise says it's fine.
Listen, if it's just a little bit like a species over, you're A-okay. So last time on Escaping Carcosa, our heroes went to a lovely party in the mansion. They, after looking around, Loon was taken into the basement, and the basement was sealed back up. The party tried speaking to the cultists through the hole in the ceiling, and nothing happened. They just sort of left and invited them upstairs. So upstairs they go. One stair was a hissing monster, the other stair was jazz music. Naturally, they went for the jazz. And so when they went up there, all the cultists were there, but they were smiling and happy behind weird, creepy masks. Talking to them, it seemed that everybody was under the impression that it was still in the 1930s. They were a folklore society that was simply researching a book and trying out a fun ritual that they had found in an old abandoned book. You had tried small talk, you had picked up some clues from these people, you went into another room and started opening and closing a door. Being the dignitary of Madagascar, that's how you do. You went upstairs and found that on the third floor, that doesn't make any sense, it is suddenly a large grand dwarven hall, and you are all marching towards this hall is absolutely gigantic, 30 or 40 feet to the ceiling. There's these large stone carvings in the walls of different dwarven kings and warriors. The ground itself has gold put right into it. And you're marching forward, you see that there are tables with food, that there's fires lit, and near the end of this hall is 4 pillars with strange magical energy and a dwarf that is sitting on a throne beyond them.
So I'm just slowly approaching,
Oh, not slowly. This is a straight beeline for magic.
When you make it close to where the 4 pillars are, suddenly there's a wall in front of you. This strange, somewhat fog that's moving around. And you've seen this before. Once, when you faced off against the Chimera.
Oh, no.
And you know that the sub-boss of this floor has been defeated.
But we're kind of in our own thing. This is
supposed to be a side quest.
I don't know.
Oh?
We have no backup.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder how fast they can get here if we message them right now.
No, let's walk through.
Just our lives, no big.
The dwarf doesn't want to fight us.
How are you so sure?
It wants us to play its game.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Akihiko's gonna pull the same trick, and he's just gonna lay one on Melvin and throw them both in.
Damn it! I guess we're going.
Just, make sure I got my weapons and all that stuff, just in case things do go the fighting way.
Dandin pulls out his sword and sort of just happily trots forward, and Sir Non-Player follows along. You all step through as these words appear in front of you. The floor 2 boss, King Borodin. There are 4 pillars that are before you. The dwarf, sitting back on his throne, is staring at you. Now that you're closer, you can see his eyes have been carved out of his head. It looks like there's fresh blood that is dripping down his face. He looks exhausted. He's tired, just sitting back in this throne. His hands are resting on this warhammer near him.
And who are you to step into my throne room?
Akihiko just kind of looks around.
Dignitaries from Madagascar.
Is he alone?
Yeah.
Akihiko will probably step forward, like, to this spot. He's gonna play, I don't know if anyone's seen the Jet Li movie Hero, but it's just gonna slowly get closer as he's allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
And will bow to King Borodin and say, "My name is Akihiko. We come from a land not your own."
So then you're trapped here as I am.
Yes.
Yes.
Then maybe you can do what I could not. Step forward, all of you.
Akihiko will step to the middle of the pillars.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
As all of you step in there, this ring of light forms between all the pillars. You watch as they are slowly shifting around. You hear the sound of stone grating against the ground. One of the pillars shimmers, and the magic disappears around it. There's a corpse that's hanging upside down. Below it is a basin filled with blood. You look at the body that's hanging, and it's the corpse of Houndman.
Do we still see the king?
Yep.
The corpse is hanging by a rope, yes?
Yes.
Where is that rope attached?
It goes all the way up to the ceiling.
I don't know if this is it, but suddenly hanging upside down by a rope made me think of the Hangman Tarot card.
I see that.
I was about to ask if it's only 1 foot, because commonly on the Hangman, only 1 foot is like tied, and the other one is just like hanging.
It would be topical. It's a folklore society.
Yeah.
And we know above board that these are puzzles, but not.
Yeah. I mean, I think we even know a little bit in, like, that they're like, I have the sheet of paper from earlier saying, like, to solve play the games.
Mm-hmm. How is Houndman's body here, though?
That's a great question.
I mean, Marquise knows that this isn't possible. Akihiko, however, is still dealing with survivor's guilt and also, like...
No, there's definitely a bit of survivor's guilt on my end as well. You know?
So, like, there's a response that he has that it's just like... He needs to cut him down. He needs to cut him down.
We also know that this place is filled with illusion magic, so there is a question of if that's actually Houndman.
Because you said this place is filled with illusion magic. The king is not the person keeping us here. Is not the one who's, like, causing the stuff downstairs to happen. It's something else.
I would say, just like blanket statement, we cannot trust our eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
One quick question about how he is hanging.
Yeah.
Is it only one leg?
Just one leg, yes.
Akihiko, his face, it's first shock, and then just intense anger as he, like, tries to stomp over to where Houndman is hanging. And he tries to look at the king.
He's facing towards you. Can't be staring at the moment.
And he, like, points directly at him. Did you do this?
There are 4 that you must solve.
Looks up at the hanging Houndman. He'll take a step back. And if it's a riddle, he tries to look for either a message about the riddle or something being off with this situation that would start leading him in the right direction.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception to look around.
24.
You do notice that Houndman's body seems to be completely drained of blood. You don't see any scribblings, writings, or anything near this pillar.
Akihiko is going to roll up both of his... No, he's just going to take off the kimono.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to put his hands into the blood.
It's still warm. You put your hands into it. And you're looking... There's nothing in there. It's just like a basin full of it, but your arms are covered in Houndman's blood.
Just silent tears as rolling down as he's trying to either find something in it or push further down.
It does have a bottom. You can't seem to find anything in it. It definitely seems like this would be Houndman's blood, though. The amount that's in here. And looking at like his small kobold body.
Taking his hands out, looks at them. His hands don't seem any different. I guess he'll check Houndman's body.
I have out-of-game knowledge, and I was going to try to justify it as in-game knowledge. Of being Ryan, being a bit of a basic white girl and liking the occult and tarot. And kind of maybe recognizing that it kind of looks a little bit like the Hanged Man tarot card.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me an occult?
It'll be a 23.
Yeah, this is definitely matching up.
Ryan thinks back and just goes, "That's the Hanged Man." And generally this card means ultimate surrender, sacrifice, or being suspended in time. If it's upright, it means breaking old patterns, circumspection, letting go, metamorphosis, or suspension. If it's reversed, it generally means egotism, the inability to change, or missing an opportunity.
That was a lot.
Sorry, it's one of those sort of things that I kind of just fell into in college, and I do it for fun.
So you're trained in being a soothsayer?
Sure, yeah.
So what, mode?
I mean, because he's hanging upside down, it's probably the upright meaning of breaking old patterns, letting go.
So this is definitely some symbolism. I think we're all feeling poorly about Houndman dying. We just haven't really had time to process that. I realize it's not something we can do just because I'm saying we should. But if the symbolism here is Houndman and letting go, I think it's worth trying to allow ourselves to be alive without guilt.
Just because we were the ones who came up with the plan doesn't mean what happened is our fault.
Meanwhile, Akihiko is standing there literally with Houndman's blood on his hands.
It's not coming off either.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Okay, let's see if he goes insane on that point. He is by a very thin margin, holding on to like the last brinks of his sanity as he's like Lady Macbething it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like just trying to get this blood off.
Melvin's trying to use like his water skin to like help get stuff off your hands, but nothing seems to be really doing anything.
I will slide my gloves off and stick my hands in.
They come out and your hands are covered in the blood.
Okay, I guess it's my turn to
Yeah.
dip in the blood. I'm not gonna take my gloves off. So
Would it dye your feathers?
It's somewhat coating the feathers along the wrists. So now you all have this blood on your hands.
Holding on to that last little shred of sanity, Akihiko turns to the corpse of Houndman and begins to shout, "What do you want me to do? Do you want me to say I'm sorry? That I don't blame myself for you dying? You looked at me! You knocked me out of the way! I could have died and you could have lived! I was weak. And you died for it. And I'm sorry. I know you're not real. This isn't you. But I'm sorry. And he's gonna try and relax his hands and try and put them down by his sides. I'm sorry.
The corpse moves its arm and reaches out a hand.
Hiko will walk over to it, tears streaming still down his face. Grasp that hand.
You watch as the blood is moving off of your hand and it goes into the body.
Dunk again. Pull back up. And grasp his hand.
It all goes back into the body.
I will come over and I will put my hands on top of Akihiko's hands while holding him.
don't know if we can all fit like that, so I'm just gonna go, reach up for a cheek, and if I have to jump up on the side of the basin with my shorts help to do that, I'm gonna.
So you all can reach the body, and as you're putting this blood back in, you are noticing that it's sort of lowering, like its body's getting a bit heavier.
We can't just, baptize him in this blood?
You could, yeah, you could lift the basin up if you wanted.
No. Akihiko's gonna be like, please move back. And just will keep, dunking his hands in and, grasping the hand to move the blood that way. As he's playing the voice of the first floor boss in his head, that time when he was first terrified, and just trying to let that voice go away.
It takes some time. You're pouring this blood essentially back onto them. They keep getting heavier and heavier. Eventually their face is more around yours. As you're doing this now, you're looking at them. And as you take the last of it, you're putting it on there. You swear just for a minute, you see that cocky grin that Houndman had. And then the body dematerializes. And you watch as this energy flows from this going over to another pillar. And this large standing mirror appears with words written over. Only one shall pass.
Akihiko, upon seeing the smile, cracks a little bit and does start sobbing as he falls, so he doesn't see the mirror thing happening.
Yeah, Melvin goes over to console you. And so you two are kind of there at the moment. And
I will walk over and inspect the mirror.
you two walk over to the mirror and look in. And you see the same dwarven hall, but it is filled with an array of traps. There are swinging axes, there are pits of acid, there is fire that is just buffeting out of the walls. And you see yourselves, heavily wounded. And they're screaming at you.
Don't do it. Please.
Start touching the mirror.
The reflections are following your movements, but they're still like,
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't make us.
Don't make them. Kind of sounds like a... I want to poke one of them.
just a mirror.
But they go?
Yeah, they also poke at the mirror. Tears are streaming down their faces.
So they're directly in front of us?
Yes, they're following all of your movements.
Okay.
The only thing different is the face. Like, they're still talking, they're crying.
If we're... And do we see, like, in the background, a way out?
It shows you everything that's behind you, right? So you do see the rest of, like, the hall and whatnot. But you see that all around them, there's just an array of traps set up.
So one of us is going to have to go down this hall and act like we're avoiding the traps that are in the mirror.
Yes, please. Please.
I feel like it's going to be me.
Okay. Yeah, I can describe them to you.
Okay.
And tell you what to do. And then help you avoid them.
It's a long hallway. Like, how far was that walk up here?
It's definitely like a good 5 minutes of like, or I guess not 5 minutes, but like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know, like you definitely had to take your time. The king always loves watching people come up to them. But you do see there are glowing lines between all the pillars, sealing you in.
Oh, so we can't. Only one may pass, though, so probably yes.
Morgan, if you are using Nisla's help, then I will say go ahead and make me a reflex saving throw.
Okay.
Before she leaves, I think Akihiko would tune in for the very end and would, like, tug on Melvin's sleeve. Help her.
Okay, yeah, sure. And slings off the guitar axe and starts playing, and you have the Inspire Courage going. Leave is granting you a +1.
Okay. Here we go. Reflex saving throw.
Hey, 17. You avoid the traps as you're going along until you finally reach this glowing wall between 2 of the pillars. And Nisla, you're watching the reflection of Morgan, and they reach the same, but they aren't moving any further. They're just mimicking Morgan's movements. And they seem somewhat relieved. Like they get over there. You see, like, right by Morgan, there's like a swinging axe. But in this world, or like in this version, you don't see that axe at all.
And I'm describing all of the traps, you know, and if it's like a swinging axe, I'll be like, wait, go.
But you make it to this wall between the pillars, and Morgan, you can't go any further.
I guess I will communicate that there is a barrier.
And Akihiko, when you look in the mirror, you see like you as well, and like Melvin and stuff.
Looking in the mirror where Morrigan is there a wall?
No.
Is there a trap in front of her?
There's one right beside her, yeah, like this swinging axe.
Walk through.
Can I walk through?
You can't get through the barriers.
Okay.
I have an idea, but I don't like it.
Which is?
Only one may pass.
Meaning?
Which is only one of our reflections can survive.
I see. Akihiko walks directly into the nearest trap.
You walk forward, and the version of you is screaming for you to stop. And these fires bellow out on like this. It looks like the other version of you steps on this plate, and this fire goes out, and you hear yourself scream as you die. And it doesn't sit right. As the charred remains of this Akihiko fall to the ground, and they're pulled towards the mirror. They get to the mirror, and the bones are pulled through and ejected onto your side. And the rest of it is left inside the mirror. The other versions of you are screaming.
Akihiko will look at his own bones and go. I think he would just go to his own skull and pick it up.
Yeah, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, why not? Why not? You know?
I like how we went from Macbeth to Hamlet.
Yeah.
10.
You throw up.
He just throws up. He's just like shaking hands, holding the skull as I think he just says to the skull, "I'm sorry." And then he won't look at Nisla. He'll look at Melvin first. And he'll ask, "Will you do this with me?"
Yeah. He looks over at the other version of him. I'm sorry. It's me or you. And he walks on over to where there's this swinging, like these two maces like coming together, clanging. And it's quick. It just splatters the head of this reflection Melvin as the body falls to the ground. And much like with Akihiko's, it's dragged towards the mirror. And the bones are removed and dispensed in front. And the rest is left.
Put the skull of dead Akihiko next to the skull of dead Melvin.
They're together in death. It's so romantic.
Excuse me for a moment. Melvin goes standing over the side and screams into his cloak.
Akihiko will let go and has learned a little bit about trying to comfort somebody and will just rub his back and probably just sing a few lyrics of his favorite song, whichever one he's heard the most of so far.
Because it makes me too sad. There's no reflection of Dan Dan Noodles.
Good!
Oh,
Dan Dan Noodles is fine. Good.
We will not abide the death of a reflection dog.
Dan Dan's just sort of walking past. Looks at the mirror and you don't see a Dan Dan and they just sort of keep walking.
Good for you. Well, one shall pass. We'll look over at Morgan, and already having memorized the place where a trap is, just be like, "I'm so sorry," and then I will step in to where a trap is.
You hear yourself shriek, "No, no, 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 no!" And then, quickly, they just plunk into this acid, and the bones are pulled out of the acid and deposited outside the mirror. And there's just you left, Morgan, in the mirror. And you can hear them, though it's far. And you just hear them swearing at you, cursing all of you.
I'm gonna feel the air. Is the barrier still there?
We should have been the ones to make it out of the game. You're all murderers.
Akihiko would just turn to the mirror, just streaks of tears down his face as he just says, "I think technically we just committed suicide."
It's your turn.
This is a predicament. Cause
Oh, Morgan, kill yourself.
It does seem like
Only one may pass.
Uh-huh.
Morgan isn't going to live. That Morgan, Mirror Morgan, has to die. We are the ones.
We are the ones.
Yeah.
Well,
There's that big swinging axe.
There's the big swinging axe. Is that on the other side of the barrier, or can I just step into it?
You just like step to the left.
Cool, we're just gonna do a little...
It's quick. You hear them. They're in the middle of a sentence, and it just you hear the sound and chop, and the bones are pulled through. And the mirror shatters and just crumples down to the ground and turns into this energy that forms over to the next pillar. And you see writing appear, and the bones are dragged towards the pillar as well.
I'm just gonna walk back.
Yeah.
The words say, "Our arrival is thunder. We scream out on 2 legs, but carry forth on 4. Our beauty is unrivaled as we lead the way to war." And the bones are there, and you watch as materials appear around them. You see, like, paste, rope, that kind of stuff around them.
This sounds like horses.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Horses thundering, but the scream out on 2 legs. Or is it just like if they... And Winnie.
Yeah, but these are all people bones.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I feel like a horse out of our own bones is less traumatizing than what we had to do to get these bones.
I mean, I literally put blood back into a person. I think I can make a horse effigy.
Okay.
But hold on. Screaming out on 2 legs?
That's what's getting me. But carry forth on 4.
Well, didn't Morgan just say they go back on 2 legs?
And then...
Yay!
Yeah, our beauty's unraveled
Okay.
and they lead the way to war. Yeah, because quite often people would ride horses into war.
Cavalry.
And then, the thunder of hooves. Clip clop, clip clop. Do we have to just make 1? Or do we have to make 4? That might be difficult.
Do we need to make a mini horse, or...
1.
One big horse?
Well, we have a bird head skeleton. So it would actually be great for, like, the head of a horse.
Melvin, like, defeated, sits down near the paste. It's like,
I just want to get this out there. On the walk back in the hallway, Morgan was conspiring to take all of the skulls. So, I don't know how this conversation would go down, but she's definitely gonna try and be like, no, the skulls, what? Why would we use the skulls?
It's either that or the feet.
Anywho, why don't we just start?
Eddie Hoof.
Akihiko will, like, start helping him, but will whisper into his ear and just say, "Thank you for being brave enough to die with me."
Yeah. I want to go back to the hot spring when we're done here.
Yeah.
I gotta wash. I need to be washed.
Yeah, I'll wash your back, if you'll wash mine.
Yep.
You can wash each other's backs after you glue together this horse.
So Nightmare Morgan leads the way, gluing together the monstrous horse. It takes a bit of time as you're piecing it together. Everyone roll me perceptions.
22.
22 as well.
And Morgan?
I got a 9.
Okay.
She's more concerned about the skulls.
You're actually kind of getting into this. Like, you're putting the horse together.
This entire time in this house, Morgan is like, I'm really uncurious. I don't want to know things. I'm just head down.
The two of you, Akihiko and Nisla, you look towards the dwarf, and their hit points is moved to, it looks like almost half their hit points are gone. And when you finish gluing the horse together, you watch more of their hit points move away.
Did we have to use all of the bones?
Are you going to try not?
I mean, we just make the best horse we can.
Because, like, if we're not using all of the bones, then Morgan's definitely surreptitiously sneaking skulls into her bag.
It does appear that you're you're using all of them, but if you'd like to try to sneak some, you can.
I would like to sneak some.
Perfect. You start putting like these bones into a bag that you have. You grab one of the skulls and you're shifting into the bag. And suddenly there is this screech. And a wave of energy flows out from the pillar in front of you, the third pillar. All of you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
What happened? What happened?
That hurts.
Wait, why do we only have 3 skulls? Put that thing back where it came from, so help me.
Or so help me!
The skull halfway in the bag.
You finish making the horse, and it stomps its skull hooves down, shakes its bird skull head, and whinnies out. It trots over to the fourth pillar. The fourth pillar materializes.
You have done well, making it to the end.
The horse says to you.
You work together, side by side, with friends. Now comes the time where loyalty is cast aside. Choose quickly. Someone must die.
Escaping Carcosa is brought to you by the Ballad of the Seven Dice Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Ballad of the Seven Dice. Supporting our Patreon helps us pay for the show, such as hosting, equipment, and additional content for you to enjoy. Our Patreon is pay what you want and contains behind-the-scenes updates, audio dramas, one-shots, and more. You can also head over to iTunes and Spotify and leave us a 5-star review. Every review helps us fight against the horrors of the algorithm. Until next time, dear travelers, keep an eye out for the yellow sign.
Oh, I like literally that was the first thought I had, and I just went, I really hope it's not this. I'm gonna try everything but this. And then it ended up being that. And I was like, yep.
And that's where we're going to end it.
No!
Looks over at Sir Non-Player. Well, we tried.
Get over here, bud.
Stab.
Back. It's only a flesh wound.
I'm waiting for Morgan to get so lame that she's like, I got my weapons right here. Flotsam, jetsam. You know?
Check out these guns.
Today is not that day, but...
Of course, you know. Emotions.
Yes.
Taking me
Yes.
over. Caught up in sorrow.
You just like step to the left.
Cool, we're just gonna do a little...
It's a jump to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're cha-cha slide our way over.
It's quick.
I cannot tell you how many times the thunder of hooves is like a part of a sentence that I've read in
Yep.
books.
Yeah.
Put that thing back where it came from, so help me.
Or so help me!
The skull halfway in the bag.
Morgan just coughs up some blood, like,